Wait, since we're the main purchasing power, why don't mostly black people own beauty supplies?
Well, one thing's for sure, it's not because we're not in the beauty industry at all. I mean, if you're black and I tell you to think of a black millionaire, you're probably gonna think of Madam C.J. Walker. She was an entrepreneur in the late 1800s and had a beauty and hair product empire. She wasn't the only one either. There was Rose Morgan, who employed over 3,000 people to work in the world's largest black-owned beauty parlor ever. And Rihanna. Don't make me explain.
Rihanna.
Good morning, freedom fighters. As principal of Nat Turner High School, I wanted to take a moment to congratulate our graduating seniors. I wanted to take a moment to address our boy seniors specifically. Here at Nat Turner High School, we believe boy students have just as much value as regular students. As you go on to college, I want to caution you to avoid the diabolical lie of meninism. I know many of our boy students are excited to go to college, to major in male sports or opening jars, but I know you're most excited to get your MR degree and find a nice wife you can submit to so you can begin your true vocation of serving the home and raising your wife's children. In other news, the Nat Turner High School school store is open if you would like to show your freedom fighting pride with a new t-shirt or sweatshirt. Please do so.
I'm nothing but a little superficial. That's my period. Call me the undimension. Get up on my level, gotta get a little tipsy to get up on my level, gotta get a little tipsy to.
I don't care much for politics, 'cause I'm a paleontologist. But this year I'm so excited to see two individuals who represent me. Both these options are fantastic. Never seen two men so Jurassic. Either way we get a dinosaur for president. All I want is a dinosaur for president. A giant reptile to lead us all and represent. Someone who would stick his neck out for us. Who better than a brontosaurus? Forget about the wars in the Middle East. When your defense secretary is a beast, Ukraine can get back where it was at. Putin can suck our Tyrannosaurus sack. Navy and Air Force could be more tactile if they were run by a pterodactyl. Speaker of the House has always been a flop. It's time that we try Ceratops. We need truth, someone to inform us. Never heard a lie from a Spinosaurus. So it's for us. All I want is a dinosaur for president. Giant reptile to lead us all and represent. We'll be so much cooler than France when we have a T-Rex executive branch.
Once my friend Henry was accused of wearing wireless headphones by a substitute, so she said for him to hand them over, so he took them off and handed them to her. Then later on, she asked him a question and he didn't respond, so she said it louder and he still didn't respond. She asked why he was not responding and he said, "I can't understand you, ma'am. You took my hearing aids." One time we had a sub that was handing back papers and called my name. I asked if someone could grab it for me and she started mocking me for not even standing up, taunting me, asking why I was not walking up to the front to get the paper myself. My classmates went dead silent, and after the sub's laughter ended, someone informed her that the wheelchair parked nearby belonged to me. I had a sub in English once on presentation day, and everyone goes up and does their thing, and then it's my turn. The whole time I'm stuttering and mixing up my words, having to stop and re-say my sentences. The rest of the class is used to this and clap. However, by the time it's over, the teacher is 100% done. Starts saying horrible thing about how I'm going to have to get over my fear of public speaking, and how she's heard 8-year-olds give better presentation. Plus, worse things, but I don't really remember them. By then I'm in tears and on the brink of a panic attack, and then she starts telling me off for crying. The rest of the class is horrified. Then this boy stands up. He never been my friend, and we never really got along, but he'd never bullied me. He told her in a pissed-off, cold voice that in freshman year I got a concussion and that I never really recovered from it. So all that was medical-related and I couldn't help it. Then he starts telling her off, and the rest of the class joins him.
Sometimes I think about how one of my hottest takes on this account after all the stuff I've said is literally that I'm against dog breeding. And I think that if you go to a breeder for a picture-perfect little dog for your family and you are educated on why that's bad, I think you kind of did a bad thing and I low-key judge you for it. And I stand by that wholeheartedly because I don't think we as people have the right to like exploit other creatures' bodies and like use them to breed so that we can have cute little pets. Like, there's, like, literally no purpose to it, right? But in these videos, I was even talking about how, you know, like, I'm considering the nuance. I'm considering things like service dogs or people who are, like, breeding dogs, like, working breeds for, like, certain jobs and stuff. Like, that's a conversation I'm willing to have. I'm more open to it. I'm still pretty hesitant, but I'm willing to talk about it, right? But, like, you want a golden doodle for your family? Like, hell no, that's lame. Like, I don't fuck with that.
The only way to stop the harming of innocent civilians in the long run is to end the system of oppression and colonial violence. But ending the system of oppression and colonial violence would end Israel as a state. Okay. You're anti-Semitic.
As dark as things are right now, it's important to recognize that these college students have the U.S. empire on its back foot. Police repression, criminalizing speech, labeling protesters as terrorists, these are the actions of a faltering empire desperately clinging to its power. Keep the pressure on. It's working.
You gotta see the artistry in tearing the place apart with me, baby. I am unruly in the stands. I am a rock on top of the sand. I am a fist amidst the hand. I break it just because I can. Let's break it just because we can. Deface it just because we can. Let's break it just because.
Who's fronting today?
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine.
All right, let's figure this out.
Okay.
Are you a guy or a girl?
A girl.
Okay. Feel about what you're wearing.
Oh yeah, that's cute.
Okay. Are you younger or older?
I mean, I'm not old, but I'm not young either.
Do you like salmon?
No.
Are you attracted to men or women?
Oh, women.
If you called me, what name would you use?
Oh, fucker.
Hey, Jay.
That's about right.
Solidarity forever. Solidarity forever.
So Kyle Rittenhouse goes on X and tells Native Americans to leave the United States if they do not like it here. What provoked this is this post right here. This being ancestral Lakota lands that were seized illegally by the United States to build this monstrosity right here. I'd also like to note that the Lakota, Dakota, and Nakota were thriving way before your ancestors' home countries even existed. So if you really want to go there, why don't you leave our land?
Things natives do that just make sense.
This is the darkest shade of the Win Beauty Foundation. Let's give her a blend to see what she's giving. You see this? You see this? This is her first complexion launch. And you know why it's so good? She's a black woman. That's what I'm talking about. This is a winner. You see what I did there?
I hope she makes a focaccia. It's time for me to hit you with a money-saving life hack. Do you like drinking iced coffee drinks? I do. The professionals at your local coffee shop make it best, and no shame if you get it every day. It's a great little treat. But if you want to save some money, try this. Buy a gallon of cold brew, or better yet, some cold brew concentrate, some creamer, and make your own iced coffee at home. Just with that little tweak, you're saving time and dollars. And what you could do with those dollars that you saved is gift it to the Coude family so they're able to evacuate Gaza ASAP. They are a family of 7 and they have been displaced 5 times since October 7th. To get to their campaign, click here on my homepage. It will take you to this page and then click here at the very top. Last week we were able to raise over 40K for them, and now they are about 16K shy from hitting their goal. Many of the people watching this know privileges and safety that people in crisis don't, and by doing something as simple as slightly changing what you drink in the morning and gifting the money that you save to those in need, you could seriously help some of these people. Anyways, let's hand out some inspiration. Tell me your favorite money-saving life hack in the comments. I want to eat that.
Let's run down the most iconic looks from the Met Gala. As our favourite celebrities took to the red carpet and voluntarily lost the ability to breathe and move, Israel seized control of Gaza's Rafah border crossing, halting the flow of aid, leaving Palestinians with nowhere safe left to go. They are involuntarily losing the ability to breathe and move.
This traditional knife is called ulu, and I have so many of them, and I want to explain why we use this instead of a regular knife. First off, they come in all shapes and sizes. You could see here, they all look different. They're handmade. Today, it's made with stainless steel. Traditionally, the handles were made out of wood, antler, bone, or ivory. These are called women's knives. Typically, whenever we would eat together, I wouldn't see men use them. These are used for women's tasks, whether it's sewing, cutting meat, or cutting your children's hair. The reason why they're in this shape, like this circular shape, is because whenever we would cut meat, we put some force, and I don't know how to explain. So here, imagine there's meat. I would cut, with force and with an angle. You put your weight onto it. It cuts so well and so easily. It's a smaller one. It's from Innovations. They're amazing. Traditionally, these are passed down from generation to generation. So your aunt, your mom, your grandmother passed this on to you. So they hold a lot of significance. They hold memories. They hold power. It's a part of a woman's identity.
I have trouble taking care of my teeth because everything that involves doing that is a sensory nightmare. Decide to do some research to see if there's anything I can do about this. The results? How to make your autistic child brush their teeth. Autistic children and sensory issues relating to toothbrushing. How to get your little shit to brush his fucking teeth. Like, yeah, Google, thanks. That really helps. And like, even if I was a child, some of the advice seemed unhelpful. Like doing a dance and singing a song while brushing your teeth. Even for a kid, I don't think that would help distract from a sensory experience as intense as brushing your teeth. Like the extremely intense and unpleasant flavor, the intense feeling of the brush against your teeth scraping across it. Even mouthwash has such an intense and disgusting flavor that I have difficulty keeping it in my mouth for more than a few seconds. I wish there was something that could be done. I actually did research on how to keep your teeth clean if you don't have access to a toothbrush or toothpaste. I needed the info for a story, but thankfully it also has real-world applications. Maybe something here will help. If the bristles are a sensory nightmare, try a soft cloth cloth instead. Cloth was one of the methods used before toothbrushes were invented, although they used shit like burlap. Don't do burlap. Cotton or linen should do fine.
Honest question, genuine question. Why don't leftists care about masking? Why aren't supposed radical, socially conscious people, why aren't they masking? Like, we're in a full-on pandemic raging, disabling hundreds of thousands of people, if not millions. We care about liberation, but not for the disabled. I genuinely do not understand the dissonance. We claim to care about communal safety, but like not about community when it comes to a virus that's spreading and acts like HIV in a lot of ways. COVID, it's a damaging virus. It's truly a damaging virus. And the denial and the passivity of leftist people in masking, I can't grasp it, man. Our government has lied to us about everything, but they haven't withheld things about COVID. Like COVID's the thing that we can trust them on. I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss. I just don't get it.